Welcome back guys to the Platinum Guide of Orcs Must Die 3. This is a third-person tower defense style game. You can either play it solo or in co-op. The enemies do scale up in co-op though. Most of the trophies in this game are story related and you need to complete the game with 5 skulls on the highest difficulty, which is the Rift Lord. 1 skull is awarded for finishing a level within the power time, and the remaining 4 skulls you will be awarded if you complete a level without any enemies escaping from the rift. You can also get the time skull and the remaining 4 skulls separately. You don't have to get all of them in one try. There's 2 campaigns, Old Friend and Drastic Steps. You have to complete both of them. The game offers a wide range of straps and weapons, but I'll show you the best weapons which come in handy on almost every level. But the play style of each player does vary, so you can do trial and error and play with whatever you feel comfortable with. First off, go in the settings and turn on the head bar to on and power time to on, which will show you the time left while playing a level. Start a game and don't worry about anything, just focus on completing the levels and getting maximum skulls to unlock and upgrade the traps. I did my first playthrough on medium difficulty, which is War Mage, but if you think it is hard, then you can always do everything on the easiest difficulty, which is Apprentice. These were the traps. There's a bunch of traps. I think there's almost 100 traps. For the traps, you can reset all the upgrade points at any point and any number of times. For example, if you want to use a different trap and you don't have enough skulls to upgrade it, then you can reset the upgrade points from a different trap which you don't want to use. The traps which are highlighted yellow can only be used in the war levels. There are around 5 or 6 war levels in this game, and the special upgrades of a gear is locked for every trap except the trinkets. You can also check which enemies are gonna spawn in each level if you press down on the D-pad when you prepare for the first wave. You can play the tutorial as well, and if you play this game co-op, you got to select the hero. You can, I think, select same, it doesn't matter. So the starting weapon for you is a crossbow, if you choose the same one that I am using. If you want to learn the basics, just press X there, but I don't want to. The first level is called the North Wing, and the basic idea is to stop the enemies from getting in the rift. The number on the top will show you how many you have left before you fail a run. We are gonna funnel the enemies so that they follow a straight singular path, and if there are multiple points of entries in a level, then we block every path but one. But on the highest difficulty, you spawn a lot of bombers in most of the levels which directly go for the barricades and destroy it. So you need to be on your toes all the time and add some traps in front of the barricade as well so that they don't get destroyed. But it will all make sense later in the videos. Just try to finish the first playthrough. And yeah, enjoy the game. If you are stuck in any level, check out the playlist to see the easiest strategy for that level. And I'm not going to show you the entire first playthrough, as that will make the video very long. I'm going to skip to the part where I start the game on Rift Lord difficulty, getting 5 skulls in the first try. But right now this run is on the medium difficulty, I think. Yeah, this is the medium difficulty. So I'll let you know when I'll start the Rift Lord difficulty. I'm just going to take some time to explain things for this game. Also, while you play the game, try to test out all the traps. Some of the traps unlock later in the level. There's a very good staff which you unlock after you finish the first campaign. I think it's called the Stone Staff. I don't remember the name, but it freezes or petrifies the enemy. The special ability is to petrify the enemy, and it comes very handy, especially in the second campaign where the flying enemy will spawn. Also in the first campaign as well. Apart from that, if you are doing your first playthrough on the normal or the easier difficulties, some of the trophies you will pop along the way, which are Assassin for killing 100 enemies, Tinkerer for upgrading a piece of gear, Fair Trade for purchasing a new piece of gear, Warlord, which is to beat first boss scenario, which is basically like any other level but with more enemies, Moneybag, which will come naturally, spawning 100,000 coins. upgrade it for unlocking all upgrades of a single trap, and special upgrades are not required for this trophy. The next trophy which you might unlock is well equipped for unlocking all gear slots, which automatically unlocks after completing level 11, I think. And you also unlock combo apprentice, which is for scoring 500,000 points on any campaign level. All this will come naturally towards the end of the game or the first campaign as the level do get long with more enemies. The next trophy you might unlock or you will unlock is Warpath, which is for killing 10,000 enemies, which is accumulative. And Millionaire for earning 1 million coins, which is cumulative as well and should unlock naturally. And the last trophy is Mage for completing the campaign. There's 2 more trophies, but those are for completing the campaign on the highest difficulty Rift Lord with 5 skulls, but I'll get back to that later on. So yeah, I was just showing you how this game works. This is the first level on the medium difficulty. After this, I'm gonna start the campaign on the highest difficulty Rift Lord. I hope you complete your first playthrough and unlock all the traps, because it will make your life a lot easier. I mean, it is doable, it will take a few attempts, but if you want to make it easier, just do your first playthrough on medium or easy, unlock a bunch of traps and upgrades. The game is it's very good, especially in co-op. Also, one more thing, this game does auto pop. I have auto popped from PS4 to PS5. I don't know if it works the other way around as well, but I don't know, I haven't tried it. But if you want to auto pop it, play the PS4 version first. I'm gonna show you how it is done. It will only take around 5 or even less to get the platinum on the PS5 version. Basically, you have to just play another level on the highest difficulty, upgrade a trap, and re-roll a buff in Scramble. Scramble is a mode. I'll explain that to you at a later point in one of the videos. Also, on the highest difficulty, most of the enemies are shielded or they have armor, so they will take additional hit before they go down. And if you're playing this game in co-op, the trophies will pop for both the persons, even if you're not the host. Even though if you go back in your own game, if you're not the host, the game will not show you the high score for each level you might have completed with your co-op partner, but it does pop. At least for me it did. So while I played the game, I wasn't the host, and yeah, so it should pop. If it isn't, just try to restart the game. Also, one more thing, there's a trophy collector for unlocking all the items. If you try to auto pop it and if it doesn't unlock, there's a workaround for the trophy. You can just unlock or upgrade any of the weapons, preferably a lightning staff. There's a lightning staff. If you upgrade it, the trophy should pop. And now we begin the playthrough on Rift Lord, which is the highest difficulty. The first level, it's the North Wing. It's not very hard. The first level shouldn't pose any problem to you. I decided to do this game co-op, but the basic idea should still remain the same. Every trap you must be using by now should have the unique ability unlocked or the special ability unlocked for you to have more advantage, because in Rift Lord, the enemies have more health, they have a shield, and they do a lot more damage to you as well. So if you have finished the game, then you should unlock a staff, which is called a stone staff, I think, which is a very good ability. With the L2 button, you can use to petrify enemy. So if you are playing in co-op, one of you can use that staff and the other one can use this sword. So the person who is using the staff can petrify it, and the other one can unleash this sword and use the lightning move to deal more damage. So the basic idea in this game is you have to funnel the enemies But since this is the first level, this shouldn't be hard. The first few levels, they are quite easy to get 5 stars. Also, yeah, you need to finish it under 4 minutes 30 seconds. So in the first few levels, we are going to use these are the basic weapons or the traps which we are going to use in almost all the levels. The spike traps, the ball traps, the dart spitter, dart traps is a must. Barricade, which is extremely important. And you see these lasers, we have upgraded it to get 2 additional lasers. You can set it horizontally as well, but for that you need 5 of them. But so it's recommended you do it like this. When you are ready, just start the horde. At the end of each wave, on Rift Lord difficulty, you only get 5 seconds. So you have to be quick. Suppose if you want to sell a trap, you'll just have 5 seconds to sell it, and you need to be quick as well. You need to set the traps on the fly, because the enemies, if they overrun you, it will be very difficult to stop them, and you'll have to retry the whole level again. The worst enemy in this game are the bombers, because they directly go for the barricades. But you'll know what I mean. Maybe that doesn't make any sense now if you are new to the game. The reason why we are using this sword now, because it heals you as long as you are hitting enemies, but you need to unlock that unique ability. At the end of each wave, just keep adding more traps. I haven't selected the windows of butterfly because that is a very useful trap. It causes confusion to the enemies, and it gives you ample opportunity to kill them. Windows of butterfly, and there's one more trap. I think it's a flower which distracts the enemies as well. Yeah, apart from those bombers I was telling you about, the worst enemy in this game, there's one rat. I don't know what it is called. The rats, because they are fast. So if you see rats, a fast moving creature on the map, you should know that it's a rat. And the reason they are worse is because they are quick. So if you set up a few spike traps, they'll trigger everything, and there's high chance they won't die from the spike traps. So that's the reason the dart traps, they are extremely important before the spike traps. So you need a dart trap before any other trap to slow down the enemies. Also in co-op, the money you get is divided. Suppose if you play the game solo and you start the game with 5,000 coins, and that will be divided into 2. You will only have 2,500 each, and there will be more enemies as well. So it's up to you. If you play solo, there will be less enemies, but the game it will be more chaotic in co-op, but it is more fun, and sometimes you can get out of trouble if there is an extra hand helping you.
Feeling good. Ready to go.
Right, moving on to the second level is the Great Room. This level has two entry points. The first one, they're gonna come from the right. You need to use the barricades and block this path so that they only come from this side on the right. You can either block on the left or on the right, it's up to you. Place the barricades. These barricades, the enemies won't attack the barricades unless you completely block the path to the rift. Only some of the enemies like the bombers or the archers. So if you see archers in the way and you stand behind the barricade, the archers will try to shoot you and they might hit these barricades in turn destroying it. So you have to be careful because some of the archers, they throw bombs at you as well. So I was telling you, only the bombers which are the rats which carry those explosive on their back, only they go for these barricades. The enemies will, as you can see, those yellow ghost looking orcs, that's the game telling you that the orcs will follow this path. So we'll funnel them like this. Again, in co-op the money is divided. So if you play this game solo, you will have all the money to yourself, but if there's a co-op partner, you will have equal share of the money. The second level, again, it's not too bad like the first one. You just have to be quick. Yeah, because on this difficulty, they hit hard. In 2 to 3 hits, they can easily kill you. We started this game on medium difficulty, and halfway through the game, after we unlocked some of the traps and the unique abilities, we decided to do this reflot difficulty. As you can see, the sword I'm using is not upgraded, the unique ability, because it heals you when you hit the enemy. So now just create a singular path. The orcs will take damage from the lasers. You can use the sword. They will be slow because of that. And if you have the butterflies, you can use it as well. But as long as you use the same setup, it should be fine. Right, I'm not gonna do the commentary for the entire run. If there's anything important, like for the next wave or the upcoming wave, only then I'll be coming back to you.
Should have stayed on my side of the rift. Won't get fooled again. That'll work. Out the way! Hey! Quick! I could do better. Guess who's back? We're on fire.
The third level is called the side entrance. In this one, we are going to set up here. There's two paths where the enemies will come from. The first one will come from top left. So as usual, we're going to set up a barricade. I have upgraded my barricade. Also, if you want to see, before we begin this level, if you want to see what enemies you'll get, press down on the D-pad where it tells you choose a defense. If you open that, you'll be able to see all the enemies that are going to spawn in one of the levels, in that level. Yeah, that's the only way you can see. So if you start the game once, you will not be able to see what enemies will spawn. So if you want to see, so just to be prepared enough for the future waves, you can check the enemies. Alright, after you set it up, just like the usual, come near the door, just thin the herd, do some damage, so by the time they reach the blockade or the traps, they'll die in few hits or as quickly as possible from the traps. Because the lasers, if you put them vertically and they'll pass through the laser, they'll surely die even on this difficulty. At least these enemies. Also, there's no bombers or those enemies which destroy the barricade in this level. One good cue to look out for is when you for the bomber is that they make a sound. It's like a whistling sound. It's hard to explain, but you'll see and you'll hear it. Also, with the bombers or anything which does which throws bombs at you or which does exploding damage or which can destroy the barricade, they are marked with yellow icon on the map, the yellow dots. These normal enemies are marked with red. The bombers will be marked with yellow. So make sure you have to destroy those bombers before they reach this, because if they destroy the barricade, that's the first line of defense, and yeah, that will mess up your run. In this level, as you can see, I have used the butterflies, which make them turn around or be confused. These are the rats. They can be pretty annoying. Yeah. So the lasers, along with tars and these grinders, is quite effective for the rats. Also, this wolf enemy, they will come for you instead of going for the rift. So you have to get rid of them. Also, for some reason, I think, I might be wrong, but even if these wolf, if they go to the rift, it doesn't count as an enemy. I might be wrong, but in one of the later levels, one of the wolves that escaped from the rift, it didn't count for me, so I was still at 10. So I think these wolves, they don't count, or even if you let them escape, but they won't go for the rift. So if you stand too close to the rift, they might get sucked in the rift. Otherwise, they shouldn't. They will always go for you. Also, those archers, they just spawn, so they're gonna shoot you. So if you are not in their line of sight, they'll just follow the path. As long as they can see you, they'll shoot you from far off as well. and that means they can hit the barricade and turn, which can destroy these barricades. You can see the health of barricade going down. So what you can do is, if one of the barricade is on low health, you can at the end of the wave just sell them and quickly replace them. You'll only have 5 seconds to do that on this difficulty, but that is worth it.
Should be good. Who's back? I could do better. Let's try that again. Next time. Won't get fooled again. Work. Back to the fight. Reconsidering my career. Guess who's back? Mistakes were made. Much better. Should have stayed on my side of the rift. Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Next mage up. Whoops, I'm dead. Let's try that again.
More enemies on the way!
This will catch him off guard. That's the stuff. Won't get fooled again. Ow! Mistakes were made. Ready to go. What the? Hey, magic's running low.
The barricade is under attack!
I am reconsidering my career. Back to the fight. Again.
The fourth level is the hidden dock. This one you have to block one path because the enemies can take two different paths, one from the left, one from the right. In the first wave, the enemies will only spawn from the left side. So what we are going to do is block the other path. So if we block this path here, the enemies coming from the other door to the right, they will turn around and follow the other path. So that way you'll be able to funnel the enemies. Now once you have blocked that path, you can start setting up your usual setup here. And yeah, I was out of money already, so I let my co-op partner do the setup, the lasers one. So we have divided these traps. I do the barricades, the spikes, the butterflies, and he does the lasers and the dart traps. So yeah, we have divided our roles. Also, the first few levels, these are the hardest, not in the starting at the start of the game, but later on after level 7 or 8, because you'll be low on money and yeah, you will have limited traps. So if you survive the first few waves, then pretty much you are guaranteed 5 skulls on this difficulty. Once you are ready, just start the waves and go towards the entrance point or the door to just deal some damage to them before they reach the traps. You can also press down again to see what enemies are going to spawn. Also upgrade any of the traps you are using, buy all the unique upgrades. You can test out different traps as well, just experiment with it, enjoy the game if you want, but if you are struggling, you can follow this method we are using.
Yep, all good.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates. The door is down.
Orc archers. They have pretty long-range attacks.
Yep, I remember from the simulations. That'll work. Hey!
Enemies are attacking
That's
on
the
another
stuff.
front. They've breached another door.
I mentioned earlier to watch out for the yellow dots on the map. You see those 2 yellow dots? Those are the archers because they are moving slow. So they are not bombers. They will not directly go for the barricade. These archers, they are not really dangerous, but if you stand too close to the barricades or the traps you have put in, because obviously you are gonna funnel them there, right? So you are gonna be near the barricades. So if you stand too close to the barricade, these archers will try to shoot you, and in turn they will destroy the barricade. So first thing first, take care of these archers which throw grenades or the bombs. Next wave, the bombers are gonna spawn, so just wait for the queue. You'll hear a whistling sound. There they are, there's 4 of them, and they will directly go for the barricades. Luckily, they died from the lasers, but just set up a few spike traps before the barricades, just in case they get past. Yeah, because if that barricade is destroyed, there's no way you can stop these orcs, because yeah, they'll be all over the place. The health of this barricade is almost down, so it will be a good idea to just sell it after this wave is over, or set up a second barricade as you saw me doing. Yep. I think I didn't have enough money then, and they have gone through. So this is where the advantage comes in if you play in co-op. Your co-op partner can set up the barricade while you are dead. Even though there's more enemies in co-op, but still, I'd still recommend playing this game in co-op. So to make it easier, just set up a few spike traps or the wall traps, or even a single laser, or just shoot them with the bow. Or if you are using that stone staff, which you unlock after completing the story, that petrifies the enemy. So that is a very good weapon to deal with the bombers. So if you stay near the bombers and press the L2 button, it will instantaneously petrify them or kill them.
Barricade is under attack. Attacking the barricade.
Next time. Shake it off.
The barricade is under attack.
So that didn't work. Guess who's back?
They're attacking a barricade.
That'll work. This will catch him off guard. Yeah, looking good.
The barricade is under attack.
Hope that works. Hey! Running out of magic juice. Anyone else?